My name is Graham Parker and this is the HoofGP YouTube channel. Although today is slightly different from usual. Today we're critiquing Craigie Boy and we're looking at a rather awkward trim that he's just completed. Guys, this is the HoofGP. Make sure you subscribed before continuing any further. Enjoy the video. So, as I said in the intro, this is the HoofGP. My name is Graham Parker, but I am not trimming in this video. We're looking at a cow with a seriously bad axial wall fissure, and we're seeing how Craigie Boy and Kev managed to handle it without me by their side. Let's get on with the video and see how Craigie Boy did with this little cow.
Right, so Graham, the feet so far haven't been so bad, but Kevin thinks this one here's got a bit of a, should be a bit paddly on it or something, the way, I don't know how worded it there, he says that she's been kind of paddling on it. So we're going to check it out and hopefully there's something wrong with this foot.
Now straight away, I know you guys are going to pull him for saying hopefully there's something wrong with this foot. What Craig actually means is, this cow is not walking properly, so he's hoping he can find an obvious problem that he can fix, so that she can then walk nice and true to herself, and in proper comfort.
I can't really take that any further.
Craig just said he can't take this any further. What he means by that is that he can't reduce the size of that outer claw any more than he already has. The inner claw has just been flattened and balanced. He hasn't really reduced its size in any way, yet that outer claw is still much bigger than it, meaning that it's taking too much pressure. It has a disproportional amount of weight on it compared to the inner claw, and that will create bruising and ultimately create an ulcer. So Craig wishes he could take it down further, but he can't because of this slight abnormality in the cow. So instead of making the cow's foot too thin, Craig decides to apply a wooden block to the inside claw so that it can take all of the weight for a little while and allow that outer claw to have a little rest. Well done, Craig. Perfect call. But as he said in the intro, this cow is not walking fantastically, and that was not the cause of this cow's problems. As we're just about to see, Craig discovers a much more serious problem in this cow's back right foot, and it's the one which is causing her all of the pain. So straight away, after getting a nozzle in between the two digits so that he can independently work on each toe, he sets to work balancing the inside claw. It's important to do this so that the cow has stability and there are no high points which would create bruising and ultimately pain. Once he's done that, he moves on to the lateral or outside claw. It's plain for us all to see that that claw is seriously overgrown, and overgrowth is not natural, so there's a problem lurking underneath. Because she's got such an elongated toe, I'm going to say there's a problem in the toe area. Don't think of it as overgrowth, think of it as underworn. Because she's got a problem in her toe area, she's avoiding using it completely, meaning that the hoof horn doesn't get worn away. Craig really struggles with his confidence, and I know that he knows I'll be watching this video back. So it's really good to see him taking his time and being as careful and gentle as he possibly can be with this cow. But anyway, he has discovered the problem. This cow has a deep axial wall fissure, a crack running right up the wall between her two hooves, and no doubt leading to the source of the pain. So far, so good. This hoof maybe doesn't look like a sculptural beauty right now, but think about what is most important. What are we trying to achieve? Are we trying to achieve a beautiful foot halfway through the trim, or is it the end result that truly matters? All we're really trying to do is functionally trim this cow's hoof. In other words, When she walked in, she was in pain, she was uncomfortable, and when she walks out, she should be in less pain and more comfortable.
You can see there's a big cavity opening up in here, so she's definitely going to need a block. But I'm just going to leave the block off just now so it doesn't get in my way of trying to clear this out.
There is indeed a cavity opening up, and it's showing us where all of the detached hoof horn is. So in other words, it's giving us a map for what we need to do in order to achieve the best outcome for this cow. As you can see, Craig is working his way down the hoof. That is the way of the delamination. In other words, the way that the layers of the hoof horn are peeling apart, and all of it needs to be stripped away.
Now, Graham's always told me, work your way into a problem and not just go head first. Yeah, it's opening up down here as well. I'll deal with one problem at a time.
Craig really is doing a fantastic job so far, but he could have made it quite a lot easier for himself. That outer claw is still substantially bigger than the inner claw, and he could have reduced the bulk of that material using the grinder, meaning that his knife swipes would have been much more easily executed. There's still too much height in her heel, and there's too much length on her toe.
I'm trying not to go too far, because underneath here, just complete corium, so I don't want to open up the fleshy bit. But the horn is still loose.
So quiet without Graham, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I like about it when it's just me and you.
I know, it's peace, nice, quiet Monday morning.
Yep. That's about as far as I can take off in there. Oh, there is another bit of loose horn. Yeah.
And truth be told, I'm really glad he spotted that, because I was just about to pull him up on it. And remember what I was saying about there being too much height and too much length? Well, good old Craigie boy has taken note. He's reducing the length and reducing the overall height of this outside claw before finishing the trim. If he'd done it earlier, he'd have saved himself a little bit of work, but the end result would have been the same. So Craigie boy just has a few more quick swipes of the knife around the toe area to remove any remaining loose and raggedy hoof horn, and then he can move on with getting the weight completely off this area.
So that's about as much as I can take off without irritating the corium too much. It's far too close. I've took all the loose horn I can take away. Graham will probably say I could have took more.
Incorrect.
I'm happy with that, so we'll get a block on here and then put some iodine on here, and that's all done for now.
Come on now folks, let's just take a little second to admire this. Look what an incredible job of removing any loose or detached hoof horn Craig has done. That is a lovely and clean trim, and this cow is going to be all the better for it. All that remains is for him to prepare that inside claw for a block and douse the whole area with iodine. That's right, iodine, not iodine. This block will last for around 6 to 7 weeks, in which time the cow's hoof will have regrown around 9mm, hopefully filling in any of the voids that have been left behind, and thereby letting this hoof completely heal. Personally, I think Craig did fantastically well. How do you guys think he did? So, as we can all see and appreciate hopefully, Craig did a fantastic job. Just consider the fact that possibly 1 million plus people could be seeing this video. Craig isn't from a farming background, so he didn't grow up around these cows. So not only has he learnt how to work in amongst these beautiful and awesome creatures, but quite frankly scary sometimes creatures, but he's also become fantastic at trimming in his own right. Yes, he's maybe not quite as fluid as I am or as other trimmers who have been trimming for years and years are, but he got the job done and he did it in a fantastic style. He really has done wonders for that cow. I have every faith that this cow was in the best possible hands today, and I'm grateful and overjoyed at the fact that I know now I can leave Kev and Craig to handle a few cows by themselves. But don't worry folks, there's no chance I'm going to be making a regular thing of it. Thanks very much for watching, and thank you hugely to Craigie Boy and Kev for allowing me to snoop on them while I wasn't even there. Guys, make sure you subscribed if you've made it this far.